Welcome, guys. Today's episode, where reality is far darker than any horror film you've ever seen. 1947 Los Angeles. A young woman's body is found, cut in half, her face mutilated beyond recognition, and her killer never caught. This is not a movie. This is one of the most disturbing unsolved murders in American history. The press called her the Black Dahlia. And today, we dive deep into the secrets, the suspects, and the chilling mystery that still haunts America after more than 75 years. The City of the Angels, 1947. It was January 15th, 1947. Los Angeles, a city of dreams and delusions, had just woken up to a nightmare that would haunt it forever. The post-war glamour, jazz bars, and neon signs couldn't hide the ugliness that was about to unfold. In a vacant lot on South Norton Avenue, near Leimert Park, a woman pushing a baby stroller stumbled upon something grotesque. At first, she thought it was a broken mannequin, but as she got closer, her screams pierced the morning air. It wasn't a mannequin. It was the mutilated, naked body of a young woman, sliced clean in half. The body and the brutality. The corpse had been drained of all blood, scrubbed clean, and mutilated in a way that was almost surgical. The face had been slashed from ear to ear in a grotesque smile known as the Glasgow smile. The body had been severed at the waist, intestines tucked neatly under the buttocks, and her hands posed above her head. This wasn't just a killing, it was a performance, a statement, something out of a horror film. But this was real. The LAPD was stunned. Journalists swarmed. The nation held its breath. Who was she? Soon, the victim was identified as Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress from Massachusetts, known in Hollywood circles as the Black Dahlia, a nickname inspired by her dark hair, black clothing, and perhaps a play on the 1946 noir film, The Blue Dahlia. Elizabeth had come to Los Angeles chasing fame, beauty, and a break into show business. Instead, she found herself drifting, living in hotels, relying on the kindness of strangers, often dating men for meals and rides. But no one imagined she'd meet such a horrifying end. Media frenzy and exploitation. As news of the murder spread, so did the media circus. The Los Angeles Herald-Express turned Elizabeth's death into a tabloid sensation, inventing wild details and portraying her as a seductive femme fatale, a man-hungry mystery woman. But the truth was more tragic. Elizabeth was vulnerable, lonely, and struggling. The press twisted her into a symbol of Hollywood's dark underbelly, more interested in selling papers than honoring the dead. The letters from the killer. Then came the most chilling twist. Days after the murder, a package arrived at the Los Angeles Examiner. It contained Elizabeth Short's birth certificate, social security card, personal photos, and an address book with several pages missing. It was signed, "Heaven is here." Fingerprints were wiped clean with gasoline. More letters followed, some cut from magazine clippings like a ransom note. The killer was taunting the police and the public. But who was he? The police investigation, dozens of suspects. The LAP launched a massive manhunt. Over 150 suspects were interrogated. Hundreds more were considered. Some confessed only to be proven liars or delusional attention seekers. The investigation was chaotic, mishandled, tampered with, and stained by media interference. Despite having a corpse, taunting letters, and nationwide attention, the case went cold. The killer had vanished like a ghost, leaving behind only questions. The most convincing suspect, Dr. George Hodel. Decades later, one man emerged as the most compelling suspect. Dr. George Hodel, a wealthy, brilliant, and deeply disturbed Los Angeles physician. In the 1940s, Hodel was known for his parties, surrealist art, and elite connections. But he also had a dark side. He was accused of incest by his own daughter. And in 1949, he was investigated for Elizabeth Short's murder. The LAPD even bugged his home, recording him saying, "Supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia? They couldn't prove it now. They can't talk to my secretary because she's dead." But he was never arrested. Steve Hodel's investigation. Years later, George Hodel's own son, Steve Hodel, a former LAPD homicide detective, launched a personal investigation into his father. What he found was chilling. Photographs that resembled Elizabeth Short, a surgical background matching the killer's precision, and links to other unsolved murders. Steve's books, like Black Dahlia Avenger, laid out a powerful case, accusing his own father of being not just the Black Dahlia killer, but possibly a serial killer operating for years. Many experts find his theory persuasive, but still, no official charges were ever filed. Why the case remains unsolved. So why has the Black Dahlia murder never been solved? The answer is a toxic mix of media interference, police corruption, lack of evidence, and the disappearance of key witnesses. The crime scene was trampled by journalists, reports went missing, suspects were protected. Even today, files remain incomplete. It's as if the case was cursed or someone powerful made sure it stayed buried. Legacy and cultural obsession. Over the decades, Elizabeth Short's story has become legend. She has inspired books, films, songs, and conspiracy theories. Hollywood has returned to her again and again, LA Confidential, The Black Dahlia, and even American Horror Story. But beyond the myth is a real woman, young, hopeful, and brutally taken. Her death exposed the rot beneath Hollywood's golden age, a world where dreams are sold and souls are often lost. A city haunted forever. To this day, Los Angeles carries the ghost of the Black Dahlia. Her case remains officially open. Her killer, whoever he was never brought to justice. Every year, new theories emerge, new suspects are named, and new books are written. But the truth, the full, undeniable truth, still sleeps somewhere in the shadows of 1947. And perhaps, like the city itself, it doesn't want to be found.